What up, ChroNoSo Nation? I am Richie Mars, host of Wrestling Retold and Relived with Richie Mars on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and I'm opening ChroNoSo, and I'm going to be talking Dusty Rhodes, baby. We're going to go over Dusty Rhodes' all his vignettes leading up to his debut in this episode, and I'm just going to watch and react to all of them. A lot of great stuff here, and a lot of people frown upon the Dusty Rhodes polka dot character, and why wouldn't you? You know, this guy, former NWA World Heavyweight Champion, one of the most respected men in professional wrestling, and now he's just the common man. He's doing jobs that nobody wants, but we need to make him relatable to the WWF audience, WWE audience, if you will. And, you know, Dusty Rhodes is one of those guys where he could take chicken shit and he can make it chicken salad. And that's exactly what he does here in every one of these vignettes. And I watched them for the first time myself just recently, and it's extremely entertaining. And it's something that's so simple, like these vignettes, something simple as delivering a pizza or cleaning a manure or being a garbage man, that Dusty Rhodes takes something very simple and then makes it wildly entertaining. It's like that old saying where a great comedian can make reading out of the phone book funny. Dusty Rhodes is the pro wrestling version of that. But instead of funny, it's also entertaining. And these are what these segments are. And even though we frown upon it at the time and that he wasn't used to his full potential in WWE, I think in a time vault and a time box, these segments are perfection. So we're going to check out the first one right here, and then I'll give my thoughts on it as what's going on, and it's going to be rolling. So let's take a look. All right, let's see what we got here. The pink car with the American flag in it, it's just duct taping the Americana Pizza Man.
I'm telling you that, brother. Woo, let's see what we got. This the house. Yeah, it is. Wow.
It is the house. We're here.
Pizza. I'm the pizza man. Oh, yeah. Let me see here. Let me see now. We got that, that's sardine pizza. That's that old Mountain Oscar pizza. And then, oh, my favorite pizza of all, pig feet pizza. With a little bit of
those aren't pizza topping. That's not what some normal person orders. A sardine pizza, an oyster pizza, and a pig feet pizza. I cannot believe she was the one who ordered this. She did not order 3 different pizzas for just herself. I want to know who she bought them for. If it's just herself, I'd be immensely impressed. He gives her the American flags too. Okay. Oh yeah. There we go.
Hey, aren't you?
I'm pretty sure Diamond Dallas Page, when he went to WWF after the whole alliance thing, I'm pretty sure he took that smile at the end of these vignettes and made it the Positively Page character. The pizza one, we're starting off hot right here. Dusty Rhodes as the pizza man. You know, you have the American flag, you have the pink car, and then you have the American pizza logo splattered across the side of the car. And yeah, it's a ridiculous kind of thing. I'm not sure the person that got to play the customer is believable enough to order not only a sardine pizza, not only an oyster pizza, but also a pig feet pizza. I've never even heard of a pig feet pizza or an oyster pizza. Sardines, I have heard. I haven't tried, so again, I'm going to go the old saying, don't knock it till you try it. But again, it's one of those simple things that Dusty Rhodes kind of made into gold. And with everything involved in WWE at this time, you had to have a character. And Dusty Rhodes being the common man, enjoying all the jobs that quote unquote nobody likes to do, and just making it fun, making it enjoyable for himself. You know, when he was singing, I'm the pizza man, I'm the pizza man, you know, singing a fun little tune just to pass the time. Because to be honest, who doesn't sing during the workday to pass the time? Not me. I'm tone deaf. But for Dusty Rhodes and delivering pizza, A+. Phenomenal segment. But that lady, I do question what she's gonna do with all that pizza. All right, next one right here.
All right. Welcome to Americana Butcher Shop. We don't sell no soda pop, but if you're looking for good beef, this is the place to stop.
I never understood the people who are just shirtless with aprons. Dusty Rhodes, fashionable wise, is ahead of his time. We're at a butcher's office, of course. Meat locker.
What is this two-legged creature right here? We know what that is.
Why are you asking what it is if you know what it is?
And we know what this is right here.
What is it?
This bologna, and we are
Ooh.
today.
Ooh, full of baloney today.
Americana right here, ground up beef. Look here, stick it right in there.
Ooh, boy.
Get that thing working down in there. Now,
Starting to get a little hungry.
in here, and you will see some of the finest Americana ground beef in the
Ooh,
country right
nice.
there.
A+ work.
Ooh-wee. That looks so good. Let me
I'm not
tell
sure
you
if it's
something.
sanitary for him to
I
be
don't
here
know
without a
about
shirt, though.
you cannot beat my
That's just
price.
my opinion.
But you sure can't beat my meat. Hey, on two. He's great.
This is the only one I didn't see beforehand. I didn't know. I wasn't expecting that line. And they said the Attitude Era started in '97. No, it started right here. It started years earlier with that line. Oh God, I'm crying a little bit. You cannot beat Dusty Rhodes' meat. I'll tell you what. Oh boy. Yeah, a little shorter than the other one. From the ones that I've seen, this one isn't as established. This is a classic second vignette, and this is kind of reminding me of the Dashing Cody Rhodes vignettes when Dashing Cody Rhodes would tell you all the grooming tips and tricks, and some were more memorable than others. This one, even though I just saw it, like the ending line sealed it for me, as I'm like, okay, I'm never gonna forget this segment for as long as I live. It's gonna be tattooed into my brain. But from the beginning, some great banter with the meat owner, the butcher, and yeah, I don't understand why Dusty Rhodes is shirtless in the butcher's office. I don't think that was customary at the time. I could be wrong. I'm not really refurbished on my butcher history, but Dusty Rhodes as a butcher, give it a solid A+. He's making this gimmick work as the common man. Working all the jobs and nobody wants to do. And yeah, he's just beating meat, and no one wants to beat Dusty Rhodes as a meat right now. Dusty Rhodes as the gas man, the gas station attendant. You see, now he's wearing a shirt. Why weren't you wearing your shirt in the butcher one? That's what I want to know. So you're saying it's more apropos to wear a shirt being a gas man than wearing a shirt when you're around meat. $5 worth of gas. Wow, that would get you no mileage today. All right. You know what? This is a perfect storytelling right now. You're talking about finishing the story. We're getting Dusty Rhodes not only pumping gas, but free of charge. He is going to look at the car and he's going to see what's going on, changing the dipstick, which I guarantee very few people know how to do today. It's really funny because when Dusty Rhodes is talking to the other people in this vignette, it's like he's talking to them, but also talking to himself and the people at home. It's like a four-way conversation that Dusty Rhodes is having, and he is having it with everybody, and it still makes sense. Nothing like Americana gas. Most of his natural born life. So The American dream, Dusty Rhodes, is naturally born. It's good that I know this information. It's going to be on Jeopardy one day. Oh, there's a love bug on there. What are we going to do here? It's not coming off. There we go. All right, Dusty. Oh boy. Yeah, the face at the end always kills me. And again, even though people don't like the polka dotted phase of Dusty Rhodes, you got to give him this. He made him memorable. Yeah, you know, he was given this opportunity, made a lot of money doing so. And the Gas Man segment right here, I really do enjoy. There was a lot of talking, a lot of exposition more than usual, but the thing that makes it genius, in my opinion, is Dusty Rhodes is doing everything at once while cutting this promo. He's multitasking. He's checking the dipstick. He is installing gas. He's washing the windows. He's having a conversation. He's talking like how somebody would talk during their normal job and interact with people and just be, you know, good customer service, being friendly. And that the only thing that's really fantasy in these vignettes so far is everyone being friendly towards each other in a mundane place. But you know, it's one of those deals where I guess time changed with it. But Dusty Rhodes is indeed timeless, and this Gas Man vignette proved it.
You know what makes the world go round? Fuel makes the world go round, brother.
Oh,
fuel
no.
is the thing we're going to talk about today. Because I got old Big Mac with me here.
Oh,
And when
Big
we
Mac.
see Big Mac fuel, just like humans, that fuel
Uh-huh.
goes in here.
Oh,
Right
boy.
here, baby. And it
Horse
turns
anatomy
here,
with
and it
Dusty
makes it go
Rhodes.
so fast. It feels so good, just like we feel. And then that old fuel
boy.
just eases up back here. And
Oh.
there it is. Homemade fuel. And when you got fuel,
Oh, yeah?
you
Homemade.
got this here, basic fuel. You plant this in your garden.
Why would they choose a
grow.
horse and not a cow?
I mean, vegetables grow, and it feeds nations. That's fuel. So what I'm talking about here is very simple.
Maybe it's just my lack of
Doo-doo is
fuel
good for
knowledge.
me, and
Yep.
doo-doo is good for you. Hey, aren't you?
A little shorter than the other ones. Doo-doo is good for you. I'm surprised they didn't monetize that and put it on t-shirt because WWF was all about merchandising at that time. Simple to the point. I learned how horses make fuel. I think my life has forever changed, and now I know this knowledge, so I can now use it and pass it on to my own children once that day happens. But again, simple to the point. Dusty Rhodes is a farmer, and manure is just happening, and Dusty Rhodes is still the common man.
What's going on?
Oh, jeez.
I'm here to check your plumbing. You know that. Now let me ask you a couple questions. Is the ding-a-dinging?
I want to see how many 401ks Dusty had when he worked each of these jobs.
Real crystal clear. You know what I'm talking about, Mama? Is it brown?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
dark
jeez.
You talking about chocolate brown? Woo! I got just a thing. We got to fix this, Mama.
Why do we have multiple poop? Well, considering who ran the company, I don't think. I'm surprised we only stopped at 2 so far.
Whoa, that's worse than I thought, Mama. Listen, you don't want to see this thing now. I got to do.
I don't want to see this thing right now.
If you ain't seen one of these, you don't want to be looking. You're too pretty to be seen that. You step outside, I'm gonna take care of business.
Triple
leave
bypass.
The good doctor with his tools. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna take care of this thing. Ooh, that's hard too, but I got to get into it.
The cross.
Business time.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, Lordy, honey, open door, I got something for you. Woo wee. Oh yeah, look at it. What I do?
Now I'm asking more questions than I probably should. Like, who did the damage to the toilet? What was it? Her? Was it a guest? Was it her husband? Was it her child? I don't know. We don't answer these questions.
Don't want to break it. Don't want to break it.
Triple bypass on a toilet.
Business to do. Matter of fact, a little cosmetic surgery.
Cosmetic surgery.
Ooh, she gonna be proud of it. Hey, darling, mama, come in here. I want to show you something now. Look at this. Ooh,
When you see a grown man say, "I want to show you something," and leads you to the bathroom, it's never a good thing.
Janitor in a drum, no more Drano, if you will. I mean, this here is ready for better home than garden. Take a picture of this. Ooh, let me ask you, is it ringing? Is it dinging? All right, test time, test time.
Why?
I like you. Put your finger on that thing and listen to
Just a
Ooh, you in business now.
sound effects for the sake of sound effects.
Plumbers Weekly. Yeah. Woo.
Hey, aren't you?
Yeah, it's it's certainly the plumber one. And how apropos for the son of a plumber, to actually do some of the plumbing in these segments. Yeah, another poop one. Another poop related one. Self-explanatory. It's showing Dusty Rhodes as a handyman. He gets very excited over the damage one can do to one's turlet. And yeah, Dusty Rhodes is still coming. And hey, aren't you? The faces at the end are just getting more and more goofy. And and it has its charm to it, which I am very thankful that we had someone as creative as Dusty Rhodes to make something and to make it even more memorable than anybody else could make it.
In the neighborhood, people there in the neighborhood. What is it? Fine and put it in the neighborhood.
Mr.
Speaking of
Rogers.
Americana trash right here, Herb. We're getting ready to get some. Whoa, stop this thing. Yes, sirree. Yeah, look like to me. Oh, look at here. Business.
Look at here.
Business is picking up. I mean, partying wasn't it. Bottom line is, we got to keep America beautiful. You know that, Herb.
That's right. Gotta clean up the trash. Pick up the trash.
And you see it on the street, pick it up. That's what it's all about. We all got to
See a good environmental message. Thank you, Dusty.
Trash man, Americana hook shot.
American trash man, Americana. Ooh, nice.
Oh yeah, business is really picking up. I'm telling you. Yes, sir. I'm telling you, wife doing all right.
I like how much fun he's having.
Let's get this started right here.
Which is what wrestling should be in the first place.
Remember that famous saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Hey, ain't you? Beautiful
That's
day
true.
in the neighborhood. Beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Short, sweet, to the point. I do like the message, another man's trash is another man's treasure. And it's showing, at least in this Dusty Rhodes iteration character, that he's taking the best out of what life has given him. You know what I mean? And I know how much the baby faces, at least during that time, were the ultimate optimists. And with these segments, when Dusty is given a quote-unquote terrible job, he's just beaming from ear to ear and having a lot of fun with it. I can't really describe it any other way. The Americana hook shot was flawless. I loved it. I love that little motif that was thrown in there. And I think I like this one a lot more than the others that we've seen. One, because there's a lack of poop in there, which is always great for me. I don't really want to watch poop in my wrestling, shockingly. And again, just him conversing with people, just interacting. And again, like I'm saying, he's having a blast with these, and I don't think somebody at the time couldn't have made them as special or as memorable or as integral and as a part of their character than Dusty did.
Specialty of the house. My tacos are ready and primed. Hey, what's happening, brother? Welcome to American Taco Shop.
American Taco Shop.
We got enchiladas, we got pina coladas, we got the best food on the block. What can I do for you?
Not gonna lie, that sounds like a pretty banging restaurant. Pina coladas, enchiladas.
Demo Hawaiian enchilada. I got it for you quick as a flash.
Ooh, nice spin, quick as a flash.
Coming up.
Oh, wow, he had that prepped. He just knew that dude wanted an enchilada.
I got some else for you while you're eating that.
It would have been very awkward if he wanted something completely different.
Right there.
Oh, just hand out free food. I want to go to this place. Americana Taco Shop. and just eating with the patrons.
Ooh, woo. Here's the Americana taco shop. You eat one of these burritos and it'll make you hop, hop, hop. Say, man, aren't you?
Americana Taco Shop. Ah, boy. Again, I love how he just had an enchilada just prepared off the rip, you know. But some of these restaurants they have food already pre-made before the person even gets there. So again, it's the ingenuity of the American dream, Dusty Rhodes. And I haven't talked about this much during the other vignettes. Is when at the end of every vignette, someone will say, "Hey, aren't you?" And then it will freeze on Dusty Rhodes' face. So it's kind of connecting in a little Easter egg for people who know who Dusty Rhodes is. And Dusty Rhodes was always the American dream. And now, since he's in the WWF, they kind of take that in a little bit of a literal sense, in that he's just a guy who's working the American dream and just working all these jobs that normal 9 to 5 people would usually work, and he's enjoying the process, and he's taking something that at the time was a non glamorous job and making it glamorous, and he's making the experience, and that's what these whole vignettes are. He makes the experience tenfold for something so simple, and that's what Dusty Rhodes was to a T as a performer. He could take something that's so minuscule that you wouldn't even think of, but he would treat that moment, that topic, and treat it like the most important thing in the world. And that's what's missing with a lot of wrestling nowadays, in my opinion, when it comes to character, when it comes to the slower moments. You don't see enough focusing on the little things that could add up into the big things. Because to get the big things, you have to tie everything together. Let's look at the most recent WrestleMania with Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. A lot of callbacks, a lot of little things like the Seth Rollins, The Rock interference with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Their relationship was tied in nicely. Cody Rhodes and The Rock's relationship was tied in nicely. The past of Cody and Roman from the previous year's WrestleMania was tied in nicely. And even Cody and Seth's relationship was tied in nicely because you set the foundation for all of that. And that made the moment that much bigger. And that's what these vignettes are meant to do. It's to make Dusty Rhodes, before he gets to the WWF, that much bigger in the eyes of the audience. Now, here we don't see any hint of the polka dots or anything like that. So I don't know where that came from. Popular theory, it was always a rib on Dusty Rhodes. Because again, guy who leaves the main competition finally comes to the WWF and wasn't really looked upon as a serious contender for the main event scene. But a lot of popularity, a lot of angles. Dusty Rhodes was always active in WWF when it came to angles, like with Big Boss Man, with the $1 Million Man. And those feuds made sense with his character. So him establishing his character right here off the rip. And you had so many natural heels for him to go against. It reinforced these segments as useful as they are, because you lay the foundation of who Dusty Rhodes is a character in WWF, how he's just like you and me. He's just a fan. It's like, he's not just a fan of wrestling. He's just a fan of other people's work. And that's what I think helped the connection with the audience who were new to Dusty Rhodes, because a lot of the people in the audience were working jobs like this. And he's doing their jobs and he's treating it like it's a dream. Just like how us fans, we would dream about being a wrestler, being a performer in front of 60,000 people, whatever you want to imagine the number you're performing in front of. And with him treating that as such, made you feel special and made you feel appreciated for his work. Just like how when we appreciate a wrestler, they feel appreciated for their work. And overall, Dusty Rhodes knocked this out of the park. I would have liked him to do more in the WWF with this character, and I think it could have evolved over time. Of course, that didn't happen, but we still have a cool little time vault with these vignettes, and it was just as perfect as you could make them, considering the creative circumstances that they gave Dusty Rhodes. And I'm not going to say he struck out with it. I think he had a grand slam. So I really hope everyone enjoys these Dusty Rhodes vignettes. And I recommend watching this Dusty Run and take a look for yourself, whether you like it or you don't like it. Once again, my name is Richie Mars. You can catch me on Tuesdays on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, Wrestling Retold and Relived with Richie Mars. And of course, I'm on TikTok at Retold Richie Mars and Instagram at Retold Richie Mars. New content every day on the TikTok with current day wrestling and some wrestling trivia. So check me out there if you like my thoughts and takes here. TTFN, Tata for now. I'll see you next time.